All right. So here's the Zit. Let's just do a quick walk over of the Zit Mark III. So you can see it right here. We've got the main ship, which is everything minus those massive arrays of ball-shaped guys there. So the way that this guy works is you'll see that there are three different, what I'm calling three different phases, and somebody is trying to bump into me. Coming in slowly underneath.
Come on, almost there.
Oh, are you trying to hook up to me? Which,
I'm testing my aerial docking system,
uh,
other known as a connected.
yeah. So we've got, as you'll see here, we've got the main ship. All I heard was Boris, if you're listening. Before I decided to skip a few seconds. That sounds like Boris. Um, yeah, the mod that we were recommended to put in for cargo ships that were not laggy. Anyhow, maybe he'll hear that one. But yeah, so you see here, there's the main ship, which is the T-shaped, right? That goes right there, and then there's all of the decoy blocks on either side, and there's a whole bunch of them. Now, if we look into the ship controls here, you're going to see I have these decoy arrays. So there's stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Now, stage 3 is the furthest one away, I believe, so the one closest to the nose, and stage 2 is the next one in. And here we see maturity return.
No, it may be important in certain times to know which one is which. Just throwing that out there.
Well, sorry, say that again?
It might be important to know which one to launch first. Just
Oh,
saying.
yeah. And I've got that all, actually, I've got it all automated, so I don't even have to remember. Uh, oh, what's going on here? Mila knows about the hack. Yeah, we should ask Mila knows about the hack. But yeah, I've got all the stages here. So we've got stage 3, stage 2, stage 1. And then all my gyroscopes, they're all launched up here. I spent a lot of time naming everything so that I would know what is what. So if you look at, if I go, so decoy, and then Z1, you'll see, and then I go, so right. So you see here's all of the first stage right side decoys, right, and then all of the left side decoys, and it's the same thing for the next stage and the next stage, right? And the same thing goes for, if I go back to the beginning here, the merge blocks. So merge, and then we've got the Z1, right. So they're all named. Everything is named and all put together in here, so we know what everything is. And I've grouped them, as you can see here. They're all nicely grouped. He wanted you to put the link. Oh, okay, thanks, Raptor. So those are all the different stages. Now, the way that this thing actually works is it all gets started off with. So if I go and look at the timer blocks, I've got 4 timer blocks on here. So there's the starting timer block, and if I pull up the actions, let's see if this thing is still cooked up right. Yeah, it is. So the way this works, and I have to thank and give props to DHR Mike for this, because he's the one that sorted out this system and he's tested it and showed it to me. So thank you very much, DHR Mike, because this works great. Basically what he did is, in one of my previous live streams, Boris and I were manually doing this whole process, where we would basically like get up to the right speed, turn off the inertial thrust, the inertial dampeners, so that we were matching the speed with the cargo ship, then start rotating in a circle, and then manually release the merge blocks so that they start flying off and they kind of make a spinning, right, like a spinning motion, and then like slow down the ship a little bit, and then follow the decoys in, and let the cargo ship attack the decoys while we come in and take out everything. So that was the manual process. Oh, okay, we've got a link here. Let me just click that. Oh, it's already on the server. Okay, it's called the RTS Encounters mod. And there's a link in the live stream chat, and I will also, if this ends up on YouTube like I normally do, I'll put it in the comments as well. But yeah, so that's the process, and it's already on the server. So should these actually be coming in then? So yeah, here, I'll put that in there. So if we look at the timer block here, so basically how this thing works is the starting timer. When you start that, it turns off the inertial dampeners because they'll be on when I start this. I wish I could just have this to be off, but there is no forced off in here, which sucks. So it turns off the inertial dampeners. And then the next thing it does is it turns off your thruster control, right? So it basically means you can't move anymore. Like the ship is on autopilot. And then it turns off all the gyroscopes. Or sorry, it overrides the gyroscopes. And I'll show you what they do. Basically, when you override the gyroscopes, it just sends it circling in motion, right? So I've got that set so that it turns it around in a circle. And the override is just off, and this turns on the override, I believe. If not, then that's what it's supposed to do. And then the next thing it does is it then calls the start for the timer release Z3, which if we look in the timer release Z3, I have no idea if they're working. I'm gonna wait for too long to test it properly. Yeah, no worries. If I see any around in the session, we'll definitely go after it. But if I don't see anything, then we'll have to do that in the next stream. And I'll try and maybe orchestrate it so that we can. On the information about this. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for them. So anyhow, so the next thing that happens is all of the stage 3 merge blocks are released. So they'll all get so that first line. So there's 9 on each side. So we'll have 18 all get released at once, and we're spinning at this point, right? Like the ship is going around and around and around, and it's firing them off. And then it calls the timer for the next stage. So the stage 2, and this basically does the same thing where it releases the stage 2 decoys, and then it calls the timer for stage 1. And then in stage 1, it releases all of the last sets of decoys, and then it turns off the override for the gyros, and it gives you your thruster control back, and then it turns your inertial dampeners back on. So basically what would happen is as you're flying forward, right, it's going to take away control, start spinning the ship, release the first stage, they'll start flying away in a circle, release the next stage, flying away in a circle, the next stage, flying away in a circle, then give you back control, turn the inertial dampeners back on, so you basically slow down for a little bit, then you press the forward button again, so you're behind all of the blocks, and then you go in for the kill. So that's how it works. Da-da-da.
I gotta get going.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me in the stream here too.
Yeah.
Later.
Yep.
All right.
Go get some cargo ships.
Yeah. Well, I guess I have to turn on my HUD to see them. I turned it off because of the virus. Look at all that viruses. Bastacorp. Okay, so what do we got around here? So we got a whole bunch of... So claimed asteroid. Is there anything new? Bastacorp.
Should call tech support about that.
Yeah, I think I should. Tech support. This is crazy. Look at that. It's freaking nuts. Oh, I can't even look at that. Alright. Well. So let's go back to town square. Just so I can get my bearings. And I'm all alone in the chat here now. Flying back. So now it's just like YouTube and live stream. Look at all those viruses. So maybe we'll just kind of fly around a little bit and see if we can spot a cargo ship coming in. Now this ship doesn't stop. So we make sure we don't point it at anything. Yes, and you. Well, obviously the people in the live stream. I just mean there's nobody in the chat anymore, so. Let's see. What do we got? Raptor Corporation. This is all people stuff. Hey, Snowstorm 2007, welcome to the stream. And I believe there is a bit of like, by the time you guys see this stuff and hear me, I guess, it's there's a little bit of lag between that and like between you and me. I think that's how this whole thing works. I don't know, but it seems to be that seems to be the case anyway. I don't see any, so we got a bunch of white stuff over there. So white, I'm assuming, means it's neutral. Red is don't go there, they'll shoot you. Green is happy days, they like you. 30 seconds, okay. That's just a Twitch thing, I think. I did look through settings and stuff to see if that would go away, but I can't find it. All right, let's turn these dampeners on so that I don't hit that. I don't know how close I'm going to get to that. Yeah, I do remember when I read about the RTS encounters, the let's go like that speed. They said that the spawn rate is even lower than the spawn rate for the normal ones. I am flying my custom attack ship for going after cargo ships. I haven't been able to try it yet, but so here you see here, there's my ship with all of the those are all decoy arrays on the side there, and then my main ship in the center. It's his Zit. Yes, it's called the Zit. And this is the third iteration of the Zit. All right. Well, I don't know, and I'm thinking I could fly. I should fly back to home base. Of course, Boris, that might give away your base location because I have to kind of look where I'm going, don't I? And I have to set myself up. So maybe you can let me know if you're okay with that, or I can just kind of fly around here looking for stuff. I was thinking I could head back there because that's all where my stuff is, and they could start maybe building the next carrier ship that I need. But I haven't even done a design on that, so I think it's probably that would be building on the fly with Anubis Raw, and I don't know how well that would go. I need to get a mobile platform so that I don't have to worry about giving away location. That's true. Most people do seem to know where it is anyway. Red things are bad. Don't go to red things. Alright, so we're back at the main platform here. Well, I guess I could just park my ship here and then, like, you guys don't have to watch me fly all the way back anyway. We could try and build something over there. Oh, but I do need this to be close by just in case a ship comes along. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. SMS. What's that? Oh, it's all the stuff that's on the Citadel. All the crazy stuff that was on the Citadel. Alright. I was really hoping to test this thing out today. Show you guys how it works. I think I did screw up in here though, so if I go take a look at so if we go to timer and we look at the stage 3 timer, the decoy array, and then the timer. No, that's not what I wanted to look at. It was the starting timer, and we look at inertial dampeners, gyroscope. Is that gyroscope on off? We want to go gyroscope override controls on off. might have been what we did. Yeah, I think that's what we did. And then in here, the only other thing that there would be to check is the gyros. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. So yeah. So there you go. See, they're all set to roll at the 100% or 60 minus 60 all the way around, right? So when I basically turn all of these gyros to override, the ship will start flipping. So I did do that right. Good. I didn't show you guys that before. Yeah, and here's all of the stuff in the ship. Spotlight reactors, timer blocks, yeah, so all that jazz. They distract the military ships while Anubis. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, for the new arrivals here, yeah, that's basically what these are. All of those are decoy arrays on the front. The 3 different arrays. There's 3 different stages of it. They get released one at a time automatically while the ship is spinning, and then once they're all released and spinning towards the enemy ship will attack those things, and then I can fly in and take it. Oh, and I just jumped out of the ship. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, well let's just, I already did a tour of the, so let's just fly over to, what do we got? There's something I saw that was, there's Raptor Corporation over there. And then there's Loup Noir hangar over there. Looks like it's not evil. So let's fly over to that. And see what's over there. And we're just going to keep looking for something to attack. And I think because of the state of this at this point, we'll probably, if we don't find anything in the next 40 minutes, we'll stop the stream. Or if we get bored before then. Let's just fly over to the Raptor Cargo Corporation. As long as you're okay with that, Raptor, I can change directions if you're not. Ah. Faction member, that's why it's friendly. Woohoo! Now, hopefully I'm not going to fly right into that. We're looking. Watching Twitch is much better than learning English in school. Hey, I'm a teacher. Here we go. Things are far away, but we're making it. And I'm not going to max speed because it does take me a while to slow down here. So, already learned something about the ship. When it's fully loaded with the decoy arrays, it's super slow. So I think I need to do something about that. I was flying around with it before in a creative world where it didn't have any of the decoys on it, and it maneuvers really well, and it's quick. It's just when it's got all of that weight on it, it's not so hot. Okay, let's reposition ourselves towards this. And here we go. Look at all this stuff. Who else is on the server right now? So we still got Milanos and Captain Shadow. When did you add the decoys? Yeah, in game. Yeah, so I in the last live stream, I do them. I'm not bothered if you're not. Yeah, I guess you're right. You were gonna do a tour on this for me, so we're gonna do a flyby. We'll just do a sneak peek flyby of Raptor's base here, and then when he's on next time, I'll do a tour with him, and he can actually show me all the stuff. But we'll just do a quick flyby, and then we're gonna head off towards maybe the AVC headquarters over there, or the Loup Noir hangar. When did you add the decoy arrays to the game? Like, do you mean when did Keen add decoy arrays, or do you mean when did I add the decoys onto my ship? I did that last week. I started it last week. And Keen did it a while back. Decoys have been in the game for a while, so if I'm misunderstanding you, definitely correct me. But look at that. Looks pretty cool. So let's head over this way to that. What are we doing here for speed? Oh, we're going pretty fast. Let's turn those off. But yeah, I started building the Zit in game last Wednesday, or last my Wednesday, which is same time last week. And I got the entire ship built except for the decoy array. And then off camera between now and then, I built them because it was tedious and and definitely not good watching. So I built that, and it was painful. So I used Boris's. He added me to his faction, and he allowed me to use his welding ship to do the work, which was very nice of him. Thank you very much. To build these things, and oh my goodness, was it painful. It was painful to build these arrays. It's like seriously painful. So like I was saying a little bit earlier, I definitely want to basically build a carrier for this ship that has a bay for repairing, as well as rebuilding the decoys arrays and rebuilding entire ships, right? So it's going to be a place to do all of that. And I have an idea for allowing me to kind of like, because each of these decoy arrays, if are we going in the right direction still? Let's just make sure I'm facing there. So we're facing that right. If I go out of here and look at this guy, you see that they're in like different stages, right? So I could put on just one stage, not all three, and then. But I want to have like a really cool system where I can fly the ship in, kind of dock it maybe when it has no arrays or just one or two or whatever arrays on it, and then just like have it build a new array and then merge it up, right? Like just fly it into place and have them just connect on. I think that'd be really cool. So like if I'm going out and I think I only need one set, you know, I can just take one set with me, or I can, like right now it's painful to fly this thing with the way that it is right now, right? And I'm not finding any ships. And if you guys see one and I miss it, please let me know. But if I wanted to take them off and then just go for a fly around, right, or maybe to go use the ship to pick up something or whatever, I could like dock them on the carrier ship and then detach them and then reattach them, type of thing, right? So I'm going to work on a design for that. If you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know on how I could do that. But merge blocks obviously is one idea that I have right now for doing that, and having like an array, like a spot that specifically for just building these arrays in 9 units at a time, and then I can just kind of like fly the ship in and hook it up, or maybe do them on both sides. The white ship with solar panel arrays? What was the white ship with solar panels on it? Was that something that you saw? Was that the one back at Raptor Cargo, maybe? Yeah, we did a flyby at Raptor Cargo. We're not going to do an in-depth look at that just yet because he's going to give me a personal tour of that, and I can't wait. Someone's faction exploration ship. Cool. Thanks, Raptor, for letting us know what that is. So it looks like we got the starts of a hangar over here. This looks pretty cool, too. He's not on the server at the moment, so I don't know if people want me doing. Yeah, that's right, Raptor. You're getting lots of buildup. So we'll take a quick peek around. I don't know. I guess when I did the tours with Boris, we just kind of like invaded people's places. I'm assuming since it's white, I'm allowed to go take a look. So we'll go take a look. Oh, I better stop. Don't fly into that. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of a flyby while we slow down. Oh, and there's AVC headquarters over there. We can definitely go check that out. Alright, so we'll leave this ship here. Alright, once it's fully stopped. And... okay, we're stopped. Let's get out. So we gotta remember where... you guys remind me where I parked? Antivirus working. Yay! Antivirus spam. Or get rid of the spam. Alright, so this thing is huge. Holy crap. Alright, and we got a huge ship here too. A huge ship here too. Yeah. And lots of these contain or man, my words, I'm losing my words. What do we got here? Oh. This is 10 in the middle of the stair. Really? What is it? Henry Cockburn might know something about that. Very cool. This is impressive in the size of this thing. Massive hangar. Oh, we got some gravity here. So I'm guessing I'm upside down. Now we got to be careful. I don't want to die because then I have to come out and find this thing. So let's just take a little peek. Is anything going to shoot at me in here? Hello? Hello? No shooty? Okay. Holy. Okay, we got refineries and assemblers and... ooh, this looks like some kind of construction bay. Yeah, totally. Because we got a projector block here for a small ship constructor bay. Well, that's impressive. This is kind of, I guess, the idea that I need to be building myself yet, too. Oh, Raptor, you might start recording. That's cool. If you do, welcome to the club. Yeah, he's getting lots of advertising on this stream, so we got some computer blocks in here. And yeah, and by the way, guys, I've actually been playing with the programmable blocks quite a bit, and I'm having a blast with them. Raptor, I think I messaged you earlier too about you put in a request for me to build one to be able to turn off or not turn off, but basically to take your assemblers and flip them from assembly mode to disassembly mode and back and forth with the press of a button. And the in-game scripting right now, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, if I've got this wrong, but I went through all of the documentation, and I even tried to play around just by going, like, actually decompiling the code itself, the assemblies, and I couldn't find a way with the in-game stuff to do it. Definitely can do it with if you make your own mod. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Sorry, but Raptor, you did reply. I think I see it over here right now. I must have missed it earlier. Yeah, I saw it here. I haven't actually read it yet, so it's right over there. But where did I park? Over there somewhere, I think. There it is. Yeah, this is pretty cool. But I don't know if you can do it in game. I'm trying to read this quickly while I do that as well. But the doesn't look like the programmable block can do it. You can probably do it with its own mod. Do you have video on YouTube for the both of you? Well, if you're asking me, yes, I do have a YouTube site. That's actually my primary method at the moment is YouTube. I only do Switch streaming once a week at the moment. I might do more in the future. There has been some requests for that, so I'm considering it. But I do my primary stuff is all my YouTube site, so it's you know, youtube.com/users/AnubisRaw1, because for whatever reason I couldn't get without the 1. So this is pretty cool. I still haven't seen any cargo ships, and I have been looking. So yeah, you can definitely go check that out if you want. And for people that missed the stream too, I normally post it in chunks over to the YouTube as well, because people seem to like that.